Hey guys, so I am in the house right now because this is a quick project and I thought I would share it with you guys. I did not make this mold on the top as part of this door, but I wanted to continue it all the way over and up because I'm putting words in the middle and I wanted it to be framed out. I don't like designs that just go off the edge. Your eye to me doesn't know where it's supposed to stop. So I like there to be a focal and an edge so your eye knows where to go. So I'm making my own and I made molds. I made molds right here. I made molds. So I'm making my own molds that I will glue and paint and it'll just continue. I'll do these all the way down like this. And then that long rectangular mold will be down here. And I made them with hot glue. The paper clay I wasn't super fond of. This is better because there's no dry time. Like there's no dry time, there's no cracking or crumbling or needing to sand off rough edges. There's no way that you can tell me that there's an easier delivery system than coming right out of the tip of the gun. And there's no way that you can tell me that there's anything that dries faster or cleaner. I think it's genius. It's not me genius. I don't remember where I think I saw it like from Mark Montano or something like that. So listen, do y'all use furniture molds for furniture or signs or whatever, your crafts, whatever it is that you're doing? I mean, you can put them on candles, whatever. I just wanted to know if you've done this. These are the molds that I'm talking about. This kind of mold, you guys. This is actually an old IOD mold, but they're these silicone rubbery molds. They also, I think you can find molds like this similar in the cupcake aisle at your craft stores. Heather Tracey had mentioned to me that you could also use like silicone that comes in like a caulking gun delivery system, that you could use silicone. I've had people tell me that you can use other types of clay. Who saw my Halloween coffin? My big life-size, 7-foot tall, Halloween Dracula coffin that was done whimsically with a purple inside and black and white harlequin and stripes. Pretty cool. And I grunged it out with patina from Dixie Belle, their patina collection, and I used molds on it from Redesign. So I did this mold right here on my Halloween coffin, and I put it at the top of the coffin. I made it look like metal, so it looked kind of like hinges, almost like hinges. So that's that. Haven't used molds again since. So now I have a client here in town who gave me this old, it's just an old door. See? It's inside of some French, European antique. I've actually painted cabinets that have this exact same door in it. This is the inset of the door. This client does a lot of antiquing, but this is gonna be a gift. And I'm hand painting some words on here for her. And it was this color. So what I did was I primed it with Dixie Belle Boss in clear, and then I painted it in drop cloth. So this is drop cloth. It's just a nice, kind of an off-white, like a drop cloth. It's like a paint drop cloth. It's got this gorgeous trim up here. So what I did was I took a ruler, and can y'all see up close? I just drew straight down from that line all the way down, and then over, and then up the other side. So I've now made a border, which is where my black and white, big chunky black and white stripes this way are gonna go. I decided I didn't want it to just stop with a paint line there. So I decided I would make a border. I just heated up my glue gun. I tried it with my tiny glue gun, this little glue gun, the little glue sticks, doesn't work. I mean, it does, but it's not as good. You need like a lot of glue being delivered at the same time. So this is just, my regular glue gun with the fat sticks in it. And I think each mold, depends on how big your mold is, but each mold, here's one I made right here. This mold used about 1/2 to 3/4 of this size glue stick. So this is one of the molds right here, and you can see it's very detailed. And I mean, it's typical hot glue, guys. Look at that. You can see that little extra piece there, and you just pull it off just like hot glue. See, it just came right off. So that's actually part of the design. Here's another little piece up here I don't like. So you just pop it off. You just pop it off. It's so easy. What I love about this is I am super, super hyper. I am fast-paced. I don't have a lot of patience. God's really, really worked on me in the patience category since last year. But in my craft world, I still don't have a lot of patience. So that's why this works so well. So I just take my glue gun and here we go. I've already poured these. You see that? So easy. Guys, they're dry within minutes. So like the paper clay, you put them in, you can either let it dry in place or you let it set just a little bit and then you kind of crack your mold like that, bend it and kind of pull it out, and you have to be real careful. And you don't want to mash it with your finger because it mashes it, or any of those type of products you have that issue. This dries instantly. Instantly. I don't have to worry about my fat finger getting in there and messing it up. I don't have to wait for it to set. I can knock this project out in no time flat. It paints, paint goes right over it, paints beautifully with my chalk paint, with my Dixie Belle. How do I adhere what I'm gonna put on here onto this board? I use E6000 glue that I buy at Hobby Lobby, and I always support E6000 because E6000 takes a while to set with a little bit of hot glue. So on the back of each of these, I will put a couple of dots of hot glue and the rest with E6000, and then I'll stick it where I want it. And the hot glue secures it in place for good, and then the E6000 sets over a half hour or so to an hour, and it won't come off, okay? All right, so here's the one that I did. This is when I had the epiphany, oh, I need to share this, stop. So I left them in here for you guys. So here you go. It just goes just like this. That's all you do. So it's completely dry, voila, that's it. Look at that, hot glue. Here we go. You don't have to be careful. It doesn't break, it doesn't smash. That one's not as clean as this one, but like I said, it's hot glue. You just pop that off of there. You just pull it off. And if you're, super perfectionist, you can get your little scissors or your little blade out and trim that up, but I just pop mine off because this is obviously not a perfect antique. It's got, look guys, it's got like little nail holes in it. It's got little cracks in it. Where I put my molds down like this, so let's say I want them to go sort of down the line in this way, so they're gonna continue down like this. Then I glue them down, and then I'm gonna paint right over them. And the paint settles, gets all up underneath there and settles up under there, and you don't see that little tiny imperfection. So I don't need to trim mine out. So what I thought I could do is turn my camera down and show you guys how quick and easy this is to do. What I did learn is to start with my glue in the tip and squeeze my handle and bring it this way, and then lift and come to the next tip and go down, and come to the next tip and go down. And you just kind of fill it, each spot, just fill it and then go down. All right, so that's what I'm doing. So it is completely filled. That's what it looks like. Let's see, which one is it? This one right here, completely filled up. And we're gonna let that set for just a second. I'm gonna start the other one. And if you have to walk away, it doesn't dry in there. It's not hard to get out of. Now, as they're clear. As they dry, they do turn kind of white. But I mean, they're just so clean, so easy to use. Look at that, nice and flat on the back. So this one, I really probably could go ahead and start popping out. See that? Look, it's lifting. See it? It's already lifting out. So if I really wanted to, I could force that out. So let's do this long one real quick. This will be a lot because this is a lot of space. Now, one thing I will tell you is you need to make sure that your glue gun has had time to really heat up. If you try to force the glue stick before it's liquefied, you're having to squeeze that trigger pretty hard. So like when I have to add a glue stick, here in a minute, I have to kind of take a break and let that glue stick melt. See how nice and smooth this one is? Okay, so I'm just doing this. I'm just gonna pop it out. Pretty quick, right? I didn't even wait. Make sure your glue is new. Make sure you use a fat glue gun and make sure it's melted really well before you start trying to squeeze it out. Oh, it's so much easier. And it's fast. And I'm always so careful. I'm like, oh, with the molds, I'd be like rolling it out. I was like, oh no, my finger touched there and it smashed that part. Okay guys, I really am off. Talk to you later, bye.